How on earth do we tell the kids? Hi, I'm Jeff Jackson, and I counsel people who've lost someone they love to suicide. It's been said that each suicide has an emotional ripple effect that touches well over 100 people. Some of those people are children. And if you're in the position of having to explain suicide to a child, I've created this video specifically to help you do that. But the first thing I need to tell you is what not to do. And it may be something that intuitively feels like the right thing in this situation, but I assure you it is not. And that is to hide the truth from that child. If you lie about it or invent some story to cover it up, they will learn the truth someday. And finding out then will be far, far more damaging psychologically than even a bad explanation will be now. I've lost count of the number of people I've met who, as a child, were lied to about a family member's suicide, and it came back to hurt them years, even decades later. Please don't do it. Now, I know this talk is going to be one of the toughest you've ever had in your life, but I'm going to help you prepare for it. Now, of course, not all kids are created equal. A 5-year-old is way different than a 9-year-old. And kids mature at different rates and have different levels of intelligence. So take what I'm about to say and tailor it to the child you know. But the best and most truthful way of breaking this down for a child is to simply tell them that the person who died was very sick. But instead of their sickness being in their stomach or their heart or their bones, it was in their brain. And that sickness made them very, very sad all the time until they just couldn't bear to live anymore. It wasn't their fault or anyone else's. It's just something sad that happened to them. Actually, that's not a bad explanation for adults, too. Now, kids are going to have questions, particularly if they already know it's a suicide and are old enough to comprehend what that is. And remember, kids always know way more than we think they do. It's important to answer every one of their questions. Don't try to sidestep any of them. Just do it as honestly and sensitively as you can. Whatever their questions are, keep bringing it back to the core truth. This happened because of an illness. And it's also key that you teach them that suicide is never an acceptable response to a bad situation, but also that the person you lost was not a bad person because of what they did. Their illness was bad and their action was bad, but they were not. And that the person they lost loved them very much, and this does nothing to change that. And lastly, make sure they know that whatever they're feeling, they can and should always talk to you or to the other grown-ups in their life about it. Always. If this was helpful or brought you some clarity, subscribe or follow, or find me at my website, makingsenseofsuicide.health.